Hi there everybody. So what I'd like to talk about in today's video is just a little bit about epistemology. So what is epistemology anyway? Well, it's basically the study of the grounds for and the limits of knowledge. Now, I know a lot of this is going to seem completely obvious to some of you, and you may wonder if you really want to waste your precious time listening to me drone on and on about something so boring. Well, I think if you will indulge me for just a few minutes, I think it will prove most valuable in establishing a firm philosophical foundation for our future discussions on ethics, religion, politics, or whatever else we want to talk about. I would like to think of us philosophers as truth scientists, and our epistemology as like our scientific method. So you see, it's extremely important that we agree on our epistemology, because if we don't, we really won't be able to agree on anything else. Alrighty, so human beings acquire information in one of two ways. The first and most reliable way is through direct sensual perception. So, only if you are an absolute skeptic who believes that he is nothing but a brain in a tank, and I am nothing but an evil demon who is manipulating you for his nefarious purposes, could you plausibly deny the validity of your senses. That doesn't mean that occasionally you may misinterpret the evidence. So, for example, if you see a tree branch sticking out of a stream, it may appear bent when you know it's actually straight. But if you understand anything about light refraction, then you would know that your senses are giving you an accurate representation. Alright, so in this moment in time, I am holding a red apple in my hand. Now that is a statement that I can make with absolute certainty. It is a statement of truth. And if you were here in this room with me, you would also have the same perception that I do, and you would be bound to accept that as a true statement. The second way that human beings acquire knowledge is secondhand, or through the eyes of an expert by means of language. This way of sharing knowledge has been very beneficial to our species. It has allowed us to specialize in particular fields of study and rely on others for their superior knowledge in other fields. So I don't have to be a doctor. I don't have to be a mechanic. I don't have to be a farmer. I can rely on these experts for their specialized knowledge to improve my own living conditions. But since human beings do have the capacity to lie to each other, we may have a reason to question the truth value of assertions made by others. So, the most important thing that we can conclude here, and this is very important, if you remember only one thing from this video, please remember this. The evidence of your senses always, always, always trump the assertions of any expert. Now, that doesn't mean that you should never trust your doctor. It does mean that you should, whenever you can, evaluate the evidence yourself. It also means that if you do take knowledge from an expert, that it's very important that you examine the motives of the person that you are relying on. So, if I'm sitting down and my doctor informs me that I have cancer, well, since the science of medicine is pretty objective, and my doctor isn't going to be motivated to not tell me the truth, I should probably take him for his word. Because, you know, he values his reputation, and he wants my business, and medicine is objective. Now, a used car salesman, on the other hand, since he is motivated by earning a commission on selling me a car, and since automobiles are more subjective in terms of their value, they may have a reason to withhold information, or try to sell me a car based on my sense of vanity. So it's extremely important that we evaluate the evidence ourselves and also look at the motivations of the people that we rely on. So that's just my brief introduction to epistemology. I hope to make more videos in the future, and remember, we want to keep this epistemology thing in our back pocket because we're going to have to remember it when we start getting into those more juicy topics of religion and politics and all that good stuff, alright? So I hope to talk to you again very soon. Please stay tuned. Bye-bye.